Good day to you all. Yes, first I would like to share a few things about the Slovenian perspective, and then I will touch upon also the question what was asked about the European pillar. At the same time, or a month prior to the 75th anniversary of NATO, Slovenia celebrated 20th anniversary of being a NATO member. And I have to say, for us, I'm deeply convinced it was a success story, and still is, being a NATO member. After the war 91, we decided that we want to join NATO and European Union, and after 13 years, we joined in NATO, we joined to European Union, 1 month after the joining to the NATO. We tend to say those are the two sides of the same coin. I still believe this. So the same coin, two sides, NATO and EU. And this is also partly answering to the European part of the question. What I want to share also is that from our perspective, I think Slovenia proved itself in the last 2 decades that we were a security provider, not a security consumer. What I'm having in my mind is, of course, our presence in Western Balkans, in the missions abroad, as we say, providing security and safe environment. And after 25 years, still, NATO being present in Kosovo, for example, there is still a need to be there. And this is the answer for the future. So, was Europe capable of solve the crisis or frozen conflict or whatever you want to say, the situation that we have in Kosovo today? We were not able to solve it. And NATO presence, it's more needed than ever in Kosovo and in years to come, for sure. And Slovenia is going to be part of this for sure in the future. Defense spending. Yes, politically we decided in Slovenia that of course we are going to have 2% of our GDP prior when we joined to NATO. Slovenian politics never delivered that. Doesn't matter which color the politicians came from, but the result is it was the same. Where we are now, in recent years, of course, we adopted a parliamentary resolution, and our plan is that we are going to reach this goal of 2% in 2030. We are going step by step towards this direction, and we seriously mean to deliver this. And it's not because NATO is saying that we have to do it. No, it was our own decision that we want to share the burden and that we want to be part of the story. So to be the security provider, not the security consumer. Capabilities, yes, of course, we discussed also with ACG about that. War in Ukraine showed us that how things changed. We know from the history that every future war won't be fought the same way as the previous one. This is the lessons learned that we are now extracting from Ukraine, all of us, and also NATO is extracting this, and we are going to do it also in Slovenia. And in this first part, I would like to say also a few words about what is important is when we address these topics is importance of that to have the public support for it. And in Slovenia, we have a lot of discussions how big is the support for NATO, whether decreased, increased, what are the numbers. And I always say it's exactly the same as it was in 2003. The ratio is same. As you know, we are one of the very rare countries that we have a referendum before we joined NATO. It was 2/3 versus 1/3. And if we would have a referendum, all the polls shows the same. Not as is tried to be presented sometimes in the public, how this support vanished in Slovenia. Maybe what is very typical for Slovenia, that some voices of minorities are much louder than the ones of majority. But this is more about how you do the public diplomacy in your own country about the NATO. Yes, this is more theoretical, academical question. I think NATO it has to work towards the unity, and we heard we are going to have some different opinions on different issues within the NATO. We don't need to have pillars. EU used to have pillars, but they abolished them. So I don't know if this is the right, from academic perspective, yes, but in real terms, I think military and dual-use capabilities within the NATO have to strengthen, and we should leave the European Union to be what it is in core, economic association, and of course, to upgrade what it's doing right now, and this is direct consequence of the war in Ukraine, to increase capabilities and capacities of defense industries, because we all fell asleep, not just in Europe, but also across the ocean.